welcome back. Today we're going to swap out the turn signals on our 2nd gen 4Runner for LEDs. Okay, so the bulbs that we're going to be installing into our 2nd gen 4Runner for the turn signals are 1156 size LED conversion bulbs. They're from Auxito, and if you guys want a 15% discount off Auxito, just enter discount code ROUGHCUTS, all caps, and that'll get you 15% off of any purchase off of Auxito. So these are the bulbs here, 1156 size, and they're pretty nice build quality actually. This feels like machined metal or aluminum or something on the housing here, and on the end actually it's got a little fan, which will be interesting to see how that operates. We'll see how bright they are. They say that they're 300% high brightness. These are amber in color, obviously, for the turn signals. Fast heat dissipation and long lifespan, it says on the box. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll do a little review and see how bright they are at night. I picked up these load resistors here, but what you do is you splice this into the wiring harness for your turn signals, and then it tricks your relays and system to think that there's an incandescent bulb on the end for older vehicles. So we're here on the driver's side rear. To access your tail light, you can either use a 10mm socket or a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to use the screwdriver. And then there's 2 tabs on the outer side, so you just kind of push to the outside slightly, and then the whole section comes off. You can disconnect the whole tail light here with this clip, and then it just comes off. So to get to your bulb, you take the top part here, rotate it counterclockwise, and then it just pops out. And you can see the size comparison here. It's a little longer due to the fan, but should fit just fine. And then what we're gonna do is I'll leave it off, and then we can see how the bulb operates. So you can see it's pretty bright, and the fan powers up each time the light is powered, which is kind of cool. So here's a comparison between the 2 turn signals. You can see on the left the LED just snaps on, snaps off, and is way brighter than the right side. So let's throw the other LED in and see if it does the hyper flash, and if it works, then we can see what it looks like with both LEDs in. So here's what it looks like with both rear LEDs on. That looks pretty good in my opinion, nice and bright. Okay. So now we're going to replace the front with the same LEDs, and we're going to see if we get that hyper flash situation. So here's what the front looks like with the old incandescent bulbs. There's 2 Phillips head screws, and then this whole assembly comes out, and then you just turn counterclockwise, and the bulb is too big to actually slide in there, so you just pop the front off here, and then you can rotate to the left, and then the bulb comes off. So we'll grab the new LED and we'll see if it actually fits, and it does. Fits right into the housing. So that's an improvement already off of the incandescent bulb. So we can position this guy in here, and it doesn't actually fit in the housing. So a problem that I'm running into here is that the base of this bulb is too wide to fit in fully to the housing here. So what I think I might do is I might try and file away a bit of the plastic around the edge just to slide it in that much farther, see if that works, and then we'll go from there. What I actually can do is I'll take it off the wiring harness here so I can file it out. Okay, so what I had to do was basically wear away a bunch of the plastic around this perimeter here so that you can clear the base section of these bulbs. So you got to really press in a little bit, and then it clicks over. So now she's in her slot. So let's hook up the wire again. and then test it out. Okay, so the turn signal seems to be working. It's also working in the rear. So let's try the hazards. Oh, there goes the hyper flash right there. Okay, so it turns out that we're gonna need to install the resistor. So they came with these locking caps. I believe it strips and connects the two wires. Not a huge fan of these, but I'm gonna use them anyway. If I run into corrosion issues later on, then I will just use regular marine grade splices. And we'll just cut this off here. So the side with the resistor you want to put towards this clip, and then you can loop the wire in this side. There you go. So there's one side connected. So let's hook up the light again and see if it works. One thing to note, these get hot after operating for a while. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the resistor to splice into these two wires here, and then it's going to tuck in back here. And we'll just do the same thing that we did before. Around here. And this wire can tuck underneath this vent tube here to keep it nice and discreet. And then that's where the resistor will live. Back is now done and the turn signals are extremely bright. Let's finish up the front. There we go. So we're all packed up. Let's check out the turn signals from the front. Hazards. And now for the rear. So these new turn signals from Auxito are way brighter than the stock incandescent bulbs. It did require a little bit of modification, let's call it, to a few of the components in order to make the front turn signal bulbs fit into their housings. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.